So welcome tonight. Like I said, we are going back to basics with a few twists and turns that we're going to be also incorporating how to create videos to put on your YouTube channel. But we're going to be showing you also what you need to have to make sure you get Google AdSense ready. Google AdSense is another leg of marketing that we use here for Triple R247 to make sure that our pages get recognized and get the optimal value that they can get. Also to bring us more income in. But Google has strict guidelines and regulations that we want to make sure we're following. Now, as I said, I do get lots of requests for me to go and look at people's websites to make sure it's ready. I'm not the guru of that, but I did get Google AdSense on my first try within the first 4 weeks of me getting my website completed. But I did write my website 3 times in 4 weeks. All right, but I had time to do that. A lot of people don't have time to do that. But I was just dedicated. I needed to make sure that I understood what this was what this program was all about. So there's things that you need to know and things that you need to do. And Rory has compounded on that several times. He's taught on it about the things that you need to make sure that you're using. So I'm going to put my guidelines that I used when I did my Google AdSense. And I actually created a page on my steps that I did to get Google AdSense. So I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys so that you can get that. And you can look at it. Okay, and you can see the step-by-step things that you need to do to make sure that you are Google AdSense approved. Okay, and I know some of you are going to be looking like, well, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. The AI program, ChatGPT, I love it. But I'm finding more and more pages, more and more sites are using it exclusively and not putting a personal touch in there. Okay, that is not good. All right. When you use those AI programs to create pages, it should be to get an idea or to help you track your thoughts on a better process, but you still need to be more personable in them. Remember, your website is a blog. It is not an advertorial channel. Okay. I had 4 sites of the 10 that I've done in the last 2 weeks were nothing but ads. Their whole site was a category page. Every page was a category. Everything was bolded. Everything went back to another page. There was not a clickable link to go buy anything. And the clickable link that was there was the same thing, Savings Highway Global. That is not good. If you are advertising glassware or eyeglasses, you better have a site that goes to an eyeglass program, eyewear. If you want to advertise Savings Highway Global, you need to put in there that this is a discount factory or discount site where you can find an eyewear physician or an eye physician to get your eyewear. Don't put on there that that is going to send you or have them to go there and thinking that they can buy glasses. Okay. If you are advertising clothing, make sure that if you're saying they can go get a swimsuit, that you have a link that they click that takes them to a page to buy a swimsuit. Not a discount place that they have to sign up for and then go shop for a swimsuit. To Google, that is considered false advertising unless you word it. This is a discount savings center to where you can sign up and go and find shoppable places to get swimsuits. You have to word it properly. If you just say go here to buy a swimsuit and they click on it and they got to sign up for a membership, which is now free, or it will be by Monday, I think, according to the website, then that's different, but you have to word it properly. The other thing with Google AdSense is you can't have your whole site going to the same link. All right. If the only program you're involved in is Savings Highway Global, then you better start using some other links. You need to go sign up for CJ. You need to go sign up for ClickBank. You need to go out there and research other programs, or you need to go ahead and get involved with the programs that we have that is already there. They're proven programs. They have everything you need. Okay. Remember, you are in a business for yourself. So yes, it's going to take some investment. Okay. Some people don't understand that concept, but I asked you to go to any business owner and ask them if they started with no money. Okay. Ask them if they started with no money down. If they didn't have to invest in anything, you ask them that and they're going to look at you and laugh. Because number one, they have to buy license to work, to be a business, and then they have to buy a license to build a building. Then they have to buy licenses for all the stuff that they have to do. They have to buy sewer and water. They have to buy sanitation. They have to buy everything just to get permission to build the building. Okay. So we are in a program to where for less than $300, we can get everything we need, and our overhead still will be less than $300 every month after that, depending on what program you get into. Okay. If you come in at the basics on Savings Highway Global, like right now, it's free. But if you come in at one of the members, you can come in at the $20 member, and that's $20 a month. If you get 3 members at that rate, yours is basically free because you accumulate enough money every month that you pay for that out of that. Okay. Then not only that, then you have the wine, the DTCA. If you don't want wine, get with your instructor. You can get the link to get Vortex only. And then you have access to everything else that is in there. You have access to Brain Food. You have access to the wine. You have access to the Vortex. Okay. And also Cash Network Direct. When you get in there, you have access to Cash Network Direct once you get into DTCA. If you can't get into DTCA, let your instructor know. They will give you the link to go in to get Cash Network Direct. Just remember, those funds are housed in your back office of DTCA. All right. Velavita, if you don't have the money to get into Velavita, all right, then you want to go ahead and sign up under the free Velavita account. That will give you a link. Just remember, you are only a customer. Your BV flushes at the end of every month, and you cannot grow a business with that. You'll get residual for every customer that you come in, but you won't be able to build a business, and your money flushes every month, or your BV flushes every month. But if you upgrade within that month, then you keep your BV. Okay. But there's no reason why you can't get into these programs and have stuff to market. All right. The other thing you want to make sure when you are in, and I'm going to pull up my site here in a minute and show you guys how you need to make sure that you have things in order. When people give you sites to copy, that is just for you to use it as a guide to create your own page. I was surprised how many pages I went to and found my exact duplicate page. I mean, word for word, picture for picture, verbatim. All right. That is just for a guide. Same thing with Rory's. It's like I went and I was like, that's exact. And I pull Rory's side up and it's verbatim, picture for picture, word for word, key phrase, key phrase. Now you can keep key phrases. That helps you rank as well as the other person that's using that key phrase. What you can't do is use the same language. You have to modify everything. Your site is, remember, a blog site. So therefore, it should be trendy, number one. Number two, it should have pertinent information that's relevant to what your topic is about and also relevant to what people are looking for now. Okay. The other thing is you should have a personal investment in that program or in that page. That doesn't mean you have to bring in your kids and their names and birthdays and everything. But if you have a personal story that could go along, either you as an individual or somebody that you know that is relatable to that product's goods or service, you need to include it. That's how you connect with people so that they will bookmark your site and use your site exclusively to purchase and buy from. Okay? Your site is not a big ad, is not a big billboard. Your category pages, that's their function. Your pages within your site is to draw attraction to like-minded people that are looking for that product, goods, or services that you have advertised there. And they want to read your story on how that product affected you or the knowledge you have about it. Okay? Or some scientific pertinent information that is relevant to what their cause is. So if somebody was losing weight and you wrote a page about weight loss and they don't see where you have a struggle with weight loss or you had success with weight loss or anything in there, all they see is a bunch of advertising, you're going to lose them. Okay? But if you mix the science with your story and then follow it up with more science and results that you have, whether they're good, bad, or still in process or progress, you will attract more people. Okay? And it doesn't have to be, you know, diarrhea of the mouth where you give them everything, but you still want to make sure that you connect with somebody, with that person, with that feeling, with that topic. Okay? If you haven't personally experienced it, use somebody else's that you know that you can talk relatively, how am I going to say this? Where you sound smart, like you know what you're talking about, okay? Where you are engaging. And you can tell them, to be honest, I haven't tried this product, but I have friends and acquaintances that have and have gotten great results. That's on my next agenda. That is on my next to-do list. Let them know that you've seen results of this and you want to try it. You're getting ready to try it. And then follow up with it later on another page or on your social media. Okay? Let them know, hey, I wrote this page about this product. I said I was going to try it. Here I am. This is what it did for me. Go read my page and see my update. Update your page with the information, okay? The other thing that Google is looking for is to make sure that you are understanding what you're talking about, that you are engaged in that topic. Meaning that if your whole website is 400 words or less, then they're saying you don't have relevant information. Okay? So you want to make sure that your pages are as long as they need to be for you to get your point across. Just because it says 300 words is the minimum that you need, your site doesn't need to be 300 words or 350. Google says if you can't write more than that on what your product is or what you're trying to convey to people, you're not knowledgeable enough and it's not relevant enough for you for me to give it to somebody else. They're not going to market your site because you don't know enough about it according to your own page. I literally have to stop myself at 1,500, sometimes 2,000 words. And then like, okay, I need to veer off this topic and put it in another page and cover this information under something else. Sometimes you have to do that. You don't want to write a book, but you don't want to write a synopsis either. Okay? You want to give them enough information that they can make a conscious, good decision on whether or not they want to be a buyer on your website. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys this page. So as y'all can see, I have Google ads popping up everywhere. Anybody seen this image before?
You're not sharing, Sheila.
Oh, I'm not? Well, bless me.
So no, I'm not seeing it. Sorry.
There you go. All right. Perfect. Now?
Yes, we see it now.
Okay. See this picture? How many people have seen this picture before? Anybody seen it before? I think we have it on a meme, or I know I made it on a meme. And it's coming in now. So these are my Google ads that's popping up. You know, things that's here. So this is my Google AdSense page that I used on when I got my Google AdSense. This is the things that I did to get Google AdSense. And if you guys can see it, it's in the link below or in the chat. You can grab that and follow along. So this is things that people are looking for on what Google is looking for you to be able to get it. So this is just some basic information about Google AdSense. I got my story in here. So what do you need to get Google AdSense? So here's my pictures that I put in here. I made them. Content. Content's the key. You want to make sure that you're talking about here's, content, what's happening in the world. Okay. Political situations. Remember, when you do political situations, make sure that you're covering truths and not always just your opinion. Okay, because sometimes Google doesn't like that, and never let it be on your front page or on your home page. You always want that to be a floating page, okay, so that people can find that you're talking about certain things. Hollywood gossip, latest technological advances, weight loss, health crisis, those kind of things are what people are looking for. See what's trending. You can go to googletrends.com and it pulls you up the latest trends in the last week, the last month, the last year, the last 6 months, the last 5 years, so that you can actually pull and see what you want to talk about that you can talk about that makes sense. Okay, so you don't just want to pull stuff out of thin air if you can't relate to it and talk about it from your personal point of view and give them more information or more of a satisfactory goal at the end of it. So anytime somebody reads your page, Google wants to know, number one, do you have a relevant topic? Is it trending? And when people read your page, do they get more information than what they normally would? Or do they come back with a sense of, hey, I know more now, or I can relate to that, or hey, I got more knowledge than I had before when they leave your page? Okay. If they don't, then you more than likely need to work on it. And that means you need to put your own unique flair in here. You need to have a story. You need to be relatable. Okay. How-to videos. I tell them about how I do my YouTubes, wellness, some of the things like this. Be yourself and be original. I'll get to questions when I'm done. Okay. Original images and memes. I create my own too, but I also do the memes program. So Shard is amazing. Her and Daniel, they have this thing going on. So it's great. So you want to make sure that you have those in there. Okay. You want to have images that are related to what your topic is talking about. Okay. Just don't throw a random image in there just because you need an image. Okay. Traffic's a must. I know there's people out there that just don't want to do anything. They don't want to get out there on social media. They don't want people to know their business. They don't want to show their face. Well, guess what? You won't get customers. You won't get traffic. How many of you out there actually went to a store or went shopping somewhere just because somebody said, hey, you need to go look at this, and you didn't research it and see if there was a picture, see if there was, you could see where it was located, if you could see if they had inventory. I guarantee you, everybody here that went to a brand new store researched it first. Especially if it's a restaurant. You're going to go check and see, does it have any reviews? Is the food good? What's their rating? Where are they located? Is it going to be easy for me to get in and out? You're not going to do anything without checking that place out first. Same thing with viewing your website. People are not going to know it's there if you don't advertise it, and you need to advertise it everywhere. Okay, I got an email, what's today, Friday night, or early Saturday morning, about my my page got 29 more views last month than it has any month before, that many. And now it's telling me to put more information out there because people's looking for it. And it even told me what they're looking for. And they're finding it on my site. So that means I need to go to that place and put more ads in because it's picking up and they're letting me know, hey, you got people looking for this, this, and this in your site. They're finding it, but they want more. So those are the kind of things you want, is you want these advertising sites to come back to you to say, hey, we noticed your site's picking up traffic. This is what people's looking for. This is the trend. We need you to keep going. Okay. The other thing you want to do is make sure you have links. The one thing you don't want to do is have a spinning wheel of links, meaning they click on a link and it's an internal page. And then you have a vague reference to what they thought they were looking for, and they click on it and it goes to another internal page. And then it goes to another internal page, and they never find the link to click to buy the product they're looking for. Google says that's false advertisement because you don't actually have anything you're selling. You're getting clicks for information that's not there. So you always want to make sure that you have an internal link. And I always tell people you shouldn't have but one internal link that goes to a relevant topic of what you're originally talking about. And the rest of the link should go directly to the product that you are advertising or talking about. Okay. And I find pages that is nothing but internal links, and there is not one external link in there. You should only have one, maybe two internal links going to a relevant topic of what your initial page is. Meaning, if you're talking about weight loss and you singled out Velveeta products and you have Biome and Zleam as your two main products that you're talking about, then maybe you should have something say, oh, and by the way, if you wanted to reduce wrinkles, then here's a great page you need to see that works in conjunction with these products, and then send them to your youth page. And then your youth page should be talking about all the properties of youth, how you experienced it, how it's made your skin great, how it's covered up blemishes, anything that it's done for you needs to be in that page. And then at the bottom of it, then you can talk about whatever the next issue you want to talk about is. Oh, by the way, this is also another program, with this program that also helps you. We have a trifecta. Here's the things that you would need to make sure your body stays in great working order, and send them to your page that introduces all your products. Okay. So that's how you build and build and build on your pages. You can always go back in and modify your pages, which is great. You should always be in there updating things, making sure that everything's relevant, and still trending. Okay, so that is what you need to do. Like I said, traffic's a must. Don't get upset if you try for Google Ads. If you followed all of this stuff, all of this instructions, and you don't get a Google AdSense on the first time, that's okay. Just keep trying. It's usually because your site's too new, you haven't advertised enough. Most of the time it's because you don't have any social media interaction. Okay. Or your pages are too short and not relevant, and you don't have a personal touch to it. That is very important, guys. I'm trying to stress that so much. You need a personal touch to your site. You are not an advertorial site. You are a blogging site. Because of that, you need to make sure you have yourself in those pages in some form. Okay. And then this is just what I have at the bottom. Some other things. Take a wellness tour. This takes them to the Velveeta tour. If they want to see technology at a glance, this takes them to my page on the crypto watch, the mining watch. If they want to do blogging site, this takes them to my Response Magic, the Response Magic code for them to fill out. And once they fill out that form, so if I click on this, they have a video that I made about my PBS, my website and me, talks about it. They fill this out. Once they fill this out, this goes to my I Am a Marketer page. So when they fill out all of this information, I even ask, are you comfortable working on the phone? Because I want to build a team. If they're comfortable working on the phone, then hey, guess what? I'm going to plug them into the system to either become an instructor or get them into a new program that we just set up. for people that just want to do Velveeta and build a team. We'll get them into that. But if they said they're okay with being on the phone, hey, we're going to build. We're going to go there. But then when they click here, they will go straight into I'm a marketer page. But then I also know, hey, I get a email saying you got somebody just fill this out. I know what they did. I can call them now and say, okay, let's get you started and do my BRT on them. So the other thing, so let me stop right here. So with Google AdSense, guys, again, you want to make sure your site is not perfect. It's never going to be finished, but you want to make sure that it has a good mixture of information, trending topics, and personal reflection or personal stories in there. If it doesn't, you probably won't get Google AdSense. All right. So, okay. All righty. So let's go back. So we're going to go here and I'm going to literally search my own site. And I'm going to go to something. Let's go to our brain food. And I'm going to type in brain food. Now, as you can see, I'm going to show you guys the difference between a page and a category. All right. So I'm going to come down here to my brain food page. So this is a category page. Category page is basically your directory for that topic and any page that you have listed relating to that topic. Okay. So as Rory said, you should have an introductory paragraph talking about the program or talking about that topic, not anything specific, but that topic. And then you're going to come down and do a bold or a paragraph, okay, and highlight each page you have pertaining to this topic. So Brain Food Academy, where teachers teach and students are educated, it's just a little blurb about that. I can make it longer if I want to, but it should be bolded, and it's a link that goes directly to the page talking about this topic. Okay, same thing down here, meet our Brain Food Academy teachers. This is a page that I talk about, hey, these are our teachers for our that we have currently for our brain food. I got to update that because we got some more teachers. So when they click here, it goes straight to that page. Okay, and I have mine opening in a new tab. Some of you don't have to do that. I do because I want them to be able to come back to here. Okay, the curriculum, this is a bit longer than it should be, but it's fine. And I haven't actually got the curriculum in here because I'm waiting for that to be open. Once it's open, I'll be able to put that in here. But I can still take them to the brain food sign up page if I wanted to, but I have this in here. So when I get the links, I can go ahead and put the links in here. All right. Teachers wanted, same thing. I'm talking about teachers that we're looking for, good teachers. And here is the link for that. Parents as partners, here's the link for that. And then the conclusion. So your beginning paragraph and your ending paragraph is where you need direct links. So your direct links send them straight to your sign up, where they go in and sign up for Brain Food Academy's free parent account. Okay. Same thing up here. When they come up here at the beginning, let's explore Brain Food's advantage together. They click at and they go straight to my Brain Food parent account. Sign up for free parent account. All right. Everything in the middle here goes to an internal page based on what my topic is. This one's about the teachers. This one's showing the teachers themselves. This one's about the curriculum. I actually have a page. I wrote it. I know I have it. This one here, talks about the teachers, where the teachers can come in and literally sign up and submit their resume. This is for the parents. They can follow here and get a free account. I think this sends them. So this talks about the private school. So it gives them an information on the school itself, what we're looking for. So this is a category page. Okay. Now, your page that you wrote should look like this. There should not be these big paragraphs in there unless you are highlighting a thought, a phrase, or a particular subject. But this page here that you are sending them to, that you are talking about your product, should be that. You're enlightening them. You're talking to them. It should not be a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you don't like that? Or here's some more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it should be your point of view on that product based on your experience, mixed in with some factual information about the product that you get from the site itself or the product itself. Okay. And you don't see anything bolded or highlighted other than the headline. And then if I have some pertinent information that I want bolded. Okay. So here's how your pages should look. Your pages should not look like this. I did 3 sites in the last 4 days that their whole website looked like this. The whole website. And I just clicked from page to page to page, and not one page did I have the option to buy anything. It just got in a continuous loop going back to pages and pages and pages. That is not what our website is. Okay. Your website should be a category page that talks about all the pages you have relative to that topic. And then when they click on the link, it takes them to the page where they can learn and get information about it. And then they should have a link in that page where they can sign up and go visit. Like with this one, they can go here and see the schedule. I'm actually going to be changing this, but I'm going to come in here and literally put in the links for the video so they can go and watch these teachers and see their videos in here for their information. And that'll be the external links. And then for internal links, I can come up here or come down to the bottom and say, hey, get your free parent account, and put that in here for them to get that information. So there's all kind of ways that you want to make sure that you have your page accessible and ready, but it should not look like a category page. Okay. If all of your pages throughout your site looks like this, you're going to get denied for Google AdSense. If all of your pages looks like a list of ingredients, you're going to get denied. Okay. You should have a mixture of information. You should have a mixture of relevant topics and things that you want to look at. So if I come up here and type in recipes. So here's a recipe page that I created. All right, savory food recipes. So I talk about savory foods. I like spices. I like mixing spices. I like full body flavor things. I like cooking. I love to cook. That is one of my passions. I like using herbs and different seasonings. I'm trying to get away from salt. So I've learned to use a lot of herbs and spices instead of salt. I've learned how to use my air fryer instead of using grease to cook with. I'm still going to use my bacon. I'm just sorry. And I like to use that grease off of that to season fresh vegetables. It just tastes better. But using chives and garlic and onions and peppers to season food makes the food taste a whole lot better. So I talked in here about how I like to cook, different things, different aspects of it. And then the only thing that I have listed is when I get to the actual recipe. I have the recipe listed. But then when I talk about how to do it, I put it in paragraph form. And I tell them exactly what they need to do, how they need to do it. And then topics, serve it, cordon bleu, seasonal. So here's another one. Again, my ingredients are listed. My ingredients are listed. Instructions are listed. Okay. And then I did it as a non-vegan or this one was vegan, this one's non-vegan. So again, here's the different recipes, but that's the only place I listed a topic. And then I took them straight to the wine club. So there's, as you can see, this is relevant information. I talk about me as a cook. I talk about different things I like, talk about the recipe itself, but it doesn't look like a sales page. It actually gives value and information to anybody that comes to my page. Same thing when you come down here to the other one, and you notice I didn't scrimp on words. I wrote how much it needed to take to get my point across. Okay. Crock pot recipes. Now, in the wintertime, me and my crock pot are best friends. If y'all heard Tanya while she's traveling, what does she always say is first thing she goes and buys? A crock pot. Okay. I love crock pot cooking. And I actually went and dug out the history of the crock pot. I got a few programs that I did that's outside of Triple R. And guess what? You can go find other programs. They're out there, other affiliate programs that you can use and incorporate in your page. Okay. I put that out there. I actually have my brain food in here because I talk about that in here as well. And then I give some of my favorite recipes. My creamy potato soup, I love it. That is one of my favorite dishes. That's one of my family's favorite dishes. So I talk about that, how it looks, and I top it with bacon all the time. Even though I might have chicken actually in it, it's still topped with bacon and chives. So I have that listed in here, prep time, stew beef and rice. Who doesn't like stew beef and rice? Okay, put it in a crock pot. Okay, there's mine. Okay, and I cook the rice in my rice cooker, and just it's all up underneath there. So this is all of mine. Homemade chili. Again, here's my recipe, and it's very detailed. I put a little bit of everything in my chili. So there's my chili in my crock pot. Again, sweet tea. I'm a Southern girl. I love my sweet tea, and I even put in my sweet tea recipe. And I even tell you, do not let it boil. You ruin the flavor when you let it boil. So I put my own personal touch to these. Even though this is a recipe, I tell them how I cook it, how I do it, what I do. So they come here and it's like, oh, okay, I never knew how to make Southern sweet tea. I had a lady the other day tell me she never had Southern sweet tea till she came down here. And when she had mine, she's like, I've never had it taste like this. And she's like, what do you do? And guess what I did? I pulled up this page and said, here's my recipe, and along with some of my other stuff. So this could be your marketing platform, but it's a page that gives them information and credible information that they can use and keep. So instead of pulling up a cookbook, they pull up your website because they have it bookmarked for that recipe. And that's what you want. The other thing you want is I actually did a video on showing them how I fix this. So it's on, can't remember if I put it on YouTube or TikTok. It's on one of them, or Instagram, that they can actually go in there and see me cooking it. Okay. So they can see me putting everything together. They can see the final product. They can see if I served it with the wine or not, you know, what it would pair well with. So these are things that you want to give them. And I even tell them what they can pair each meal with if they want to drink a wine, or if they just want to have soda or whatever. I give them information. So you want to make sure that when you are creating these pages, you have it in the back of your mind. Okay, what pairs well with this, or what can I put with this? Maybe I can give them a cornbread recipe or a corn cake recipe, or maybe do a biscuit. Not everybody can cook biscuits, but give them a recipe. They can try it. Maybe you want to give them a side dish or fix a salad, or prep them a whole meal from beginning to end. Give them an appetizer, give them the meal, give them, you know, a dessert at the end, and then give them a nice way to finish it up to relax at the end of the night. So you can give that kind of stuff. That is what Google's looking for. It's relevant, it's trending, it's what people's looking for. Another thing is weight loss, or I'm just going to put diet. So here's one that I had, keto-friendly diet and wine. So I did that because there's people that they want to do keto, but they like their wine. So guess what? I gave them how they can have their keto in their wine. I also have a page in here on why it's not good to have keto diet as a staple. It's not supposed to be a staple plan that you keep in forever. It's something that you're supposed to use to get your body back in tune with itself so that it can work and function appropriately. All right. The way people eat and the way they do things, their body gets out of whack. Being on a keto diet helps it get back in sync. So once it's there and starts losing and producing and doing what it needs to do, you need to get off the keto and start eating more sensibly.
Yeah.
Excuse me, make sure you mute, guys. Okay. So I have all this stuff in here on yo-yo diets, all this. I actually have a 7-day keto plan or a 7-day, I did a 7-day keto. So I can come up here and type in keto and show that plan. All right, so here's 7-day keto plan. And people are looking for that. They're looking for it. And the reason I say 7 days is because you want to do it for 7 days, take 2 or 3 days off, do it again. That way your body doesn't get used to it. Okay, give it a break, and you can choose which days you want to do it. But here is I talk about it. This is a Google ad right here, and it's relevant to what my page is about. Isn't that funny how that works? But then here it is. I kickstarted, talk about my plus. So here's my plus video, talk about the plan, nighttime support. Here's my Zleam. So I'm promoting plus and Zleam in this keto plan right here. Because guess what? Plus and Zleam are keto friendly. All right. And then I actually have a plan. When you are telling somebody that you have a plan or you're giving them a plan, have a plan. Have a breakdown. If you're telling them this is a great way to get started on something or great way to make money, don't just leave it at that. Give them an active plan, a step-by-step process to get them started. If you're telling them, hey, this is a great affiliate program that you can use to get started, what do you need to do? First thing you need to do is go here and sign up for this program. Step 2, what's step 2? Step 2 is you need to go here, like with the legacy income. Step 2, you need to, after you sign up, fill out this form. So the form should be your response magic. Once we get in Vortex, it'll be your Vortex link so that you have their name and information so that you can follow up with them. Step 3, go to this section and go to this program and watch this video. Here's the password, and give them the password for the legacy income system. And then tell them, make sure you watch the video to the end so you get the password for step 2. Okay. And then you tell them after you look at that, contact me so we can set up an appointment to get you started. And that's where you should have your contact me information. Either send them to the page or put your information in there, your email, your Google Voice, your open phone, whatever you have, your text now number, so that they can let you know, hey, I followed all this information. I'm ready to get started. But don't just throw it out there. We got this program. This is what you need to do. And don't give them step-by-step instructions on what they need to do. If you told them you have a plan, they want to see the plan. They don't want to see vague information. So especially people that are dieting, they want to see, okay, what do you suggest? Start the day with a cup of coffee, appetites and added beverage. Morning, lunch. What do you want for lunch? Grilled chicken, salad, olive dressing. What do you want for dinner? Baked salmon with steamed broccoli. All right. Now I can come in here and put in there and put tea or coffee if they want, or water. But most people are going to drink what they want to drink. Okay. Same thing. What do they need? I can actually come in here and put in a food for breakfast, which I probably need to come in here and do. I didn't realize I didn't have the actual breakfast food. So I need to come in here and put breakfast food in there. But here's the 7 for 7 days. And then I tell them to unlock it. And then here's my Google AdSense. And then I tell them when you finish the 7-day keto, you can start over again. Remember, anything I'm done for 21 days becomes a habit. Did y'all know that? If you do it for 21 days straight, it becomes a habit. That means your body starts to crave it. You start to want to do that process. It becomes a mental thing then. if you do it consecutively for 21 days. Okay. And then there is a roadmap you can follow that will help you stay on the straight and narrow. All right. And I tell them the trifecta of health is just such a roadmap. And I tell them about the article. Read more. Guess where this takes them? To my trifecta of health page, which introduces all the products. All right. So that's why I'm telling you guys again, here's some things about coconuts, almonds, if they want to eat. I even give them, this is for the keto diet and wine. I give them things that they can eat as part of the keto. So I can combine these two. Here's some wines that they can drink that is supposed to be keto, what they shouldn't drink. So, and then salads. Everybody loves a salad. So you can have a salad diet. I don't like them, but I love my salads. But again, did you know how many salads out there? You can have a different salad every day of the week and never run out of salads. Okay. That your body likes and don't like. So there's all kind of things in here. And I talk about my salads. And this is one of my favorites in the summertime. I keep these around all the time. I keep them in my refrigerator. I also keep my hard salad right here, my broccoli salad that stays in my refrigerator. I don't shred my vegetables up. I leave them whole. And then I have a raspberry vinaigrette that sits in it and marinades until I'm ready to eat it. Amazing. And I put bacon bits or chicken or ham on top of it before I'm ready to eat it. And that's my meal. If I want to, I can get some croissants or some breadcrumb. What do you call them? The little bread cubes, whatever those are. If you want to eat with that, I usually use saltine or Ritz crackers with mine. And that's a meal. But it's some of my favorite dishes that are in here, and I tell them about it. So these are things that you want to talk about when you're creating pages. If you're unsure about what your page or how to create a page, then think about some of your most favorite things that you like to do. That's going to get you the most traffic, and that's going to be the easiest page you've ever written because it's something you know about. My thing to do is always write the page first. Don't worry about what links you're going to use. Don't worry about what pictures you're going to put in there. You want to write the page first based on your own information and your own knowledge. Now, the other thing that I want to make sure that you are aware of is that people are attracted to like-minded people. So you're not going to attract everybody with your site, but you're going to attract enough people that will spread the word so that you can get other like-minded people to come visit you. But they can't do that if they don't know who you truly are. So don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be Rory. Don't try to be Shard or Kim or me or anybody else. You want to be your true self. That's why I always tell my students, take a couple of days to name your site. Okay, when people come to your site, they should know who you are. So everybody knows me as MamaChief since I've been in high school. So I've developed this name for years and years and years. A lot of you still have the same name your website came from with, or a slight variation of it, and it has nothing to do with you as a person. So when people come to your site, the first thing they should see is recognize who you are. Oh, I know exactly who this is because of the way your title is. So if you still have the same title your website came with and you're comfortable with that, perfect, leave it. But if you're not, then what you need to do is think of some characteristics that defined you and go from there and say, okay, now what do I want my title to be? Okay. ChatGPT is great for that. Shar has another program that she uses to help people get site titles. But it all stems from you putting in your personality traits and characteristics to help it determine what will be the best name for your website. And if you still want to include community in it, make sure you put that in your description. and tell it to generate 5 or 10 site names and have it relatively small. You don't want to have it this long. You know, tell it to be 4 or 5 words. Because when somebody asks you what you do, you say, oh, I'm a content creator. I have my own blogging and website. They're going to ask you, what's the name of it? You're not going to say, oh, 5e95.com. They're going to look at you and say, what? You're going to tell them your site name. Go find Shop with MamaChief. And they'll type in Shop with MamaChief. And if you have been advertising your title and branding yourself, it's going to pop up when they look for it. If somebody types in my Shop with MamaChief, everywhere that I've used that term is going to pop up. I have branded myself. So the thing that you need to do is brand yourself. So when you tell somebody the name of your site and they look it up, everywhere you've used your brand is going to be there for them to search, whether it's social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere you've used that title as a brand or a hashtag is going to show up. So if you want your site reviewed for Google AdSense and you feel confident, then yes, tell your instructor, say, hey, I would like my site reviewed. They can give it to Rory, or they can review it, or you can have them send it to me. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to tell you, if you have to ask if your site's ready, it's not ready. Is it, Shar? If you're questioning or doubting if your site's ready, it's not ready. I don't let my students apply for Google AdSense unless they have 100 pages. Plain and simple. And out of that 100, at least 10 of them need to be their original content. When I say original, from the title to the last period, it has to be theirs. No copied, no information from somebody else. It has to be theirs on creation. So the key to guys to getting Google AdSense really is originality. Plain and simple, and advertising. Advertising. If you're not advertising, you could have the best website out there and Google's going to go, oh, that looks good, but you have no traffic. So why am we going to pay you something when nobody's visiting your site? You only get paid if somebody visits your site and clicks your links. Okay. Yes, Lynn.
Hey, Sheila, I'm talking about the traffic to your site. How do you determine that you have enough traffic for Google AdSense?
You can't. If you have to ask if you got enough traffic, then you haven't advertised enough. If you okay, how many ads have you put out there?
Right now, I probably have all the different websites that I advertise. I probably have maybe like maybe about 700.
Nope, you ain't even got a flash. They don't even know you're out there yet.
So what do you, all right, so if I want to know,
you can't, unless you're on a site that actually gives you statistics of views. You don't know who's looked at your site unless you get Google AdSense. Google AdSense tells you how many clicks you get a day and what site they're looking at. They actually tell you what page got a click and how many. But until then, unless you're at an advertising site that shows you how many views you got, there's no way. And if you can count and remember how many ads you have out there, you don't have enough ads. I'm dead serious. If somebody asks me how many ads I have out there, I honestly can't tell you, because I have a designated time every day that I do nothing but ads. And I don't mean create them. I have another time that I create ads. I have a time that I sit down for 30 minutes every day and I do nothing but ads. And I have a different site I go to every day. That's why you have your templates. You literally copy and paste and pull up a picture, copy and paste and pull up a picture, copy and paste and pull up a picture.
Okay, so on some of the sites, they ask you not to post duplicates, right?
Yes.
So what I've been doing is I would go in, like, for example, just do the first one for all states, and then I go in and do each individual state.
Yes.
The same ad.
Yeah. But here's
Okay.
the thing. If you're using that same site exclusively, after a while, you're going to saturate it and your ads won't be seen.
Oh yeah, I do different
Now,
sites.
here's the other thing. How many of you were listening to Roy's training years ago or months ago, or even go to his training site where he tells you to create a template and you should have at least 10 headlines and 10 ads for each headline that you have?
Right. That's what I'm doing.
So you should have that. And I'm telling you guys, if ChatGPT is nothing else, it's good for creating ads.
Yep.
So use that to create your ads. I did a whole training on how to create ads and marketing campaigns on ChatGPT, but that's what it should be used for. Because we're getting ready to go over that next. And then we're going to call it a night.
Okay. Thanks, Sheila.
You're welcome. All right. So next we're going to go into ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you guys that it is a great tool to use. And we are going to be utilizing it a lot more going forward, different platforms and different aspects of it. But when you use ChatGPT to create a page, you basically need to use it to create an outline of an idea you already have, and you just want to narrow down the topics so that you can stay centered and focus on what you want to talk about. You should not copy and paste that over and use it as your exclusive page. Okay? And I can tell when people do that because there is no personal aspect or touch to the page. And when they do incorporate it, it doesn't flow. It's disjointed, it's choppy, it doesn't make sense. Okay? So let me do my screen share. And I'm going to get rid of these. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. And this is important too with Google AdSense. Your home, your contact, where's my affiliate? It's gone.
Well, it's missing.
I got to get that back in there. It's gone. It literally is gone. I have to put that, I don't know where it went. When I did that update, it disappeared because I had it right here. All right, but your home, your contact us, and your affiliate should not have a drop down. Okay, this should be just home by itself. Your contact us should just be it by itself, and your affiliate disclosure should be by itself. There should not be drop downs in those, especially that affiliate disclosure. That is a legal document. Okay. And then everything else, you should have at least 3. So I got to go in and fix some of mine. You should have at least 3 in each category. All right. I got 2 on some of mine. So I actually took some out because we don't advertise those anymore. So I got to go in and update some of mine, but you should have 3, 4 max. Some of you guys have 7 and 8 drop downs in one, none in others, 1 in some. So they need to be more concise. 3 to 4. Okay. 3 to 4. That's it. You know, you shouldn't come, especially I know right here, we can have tons and tons in this health and fitness. You can have gobs and gobs. Don't. What you want to do is get your most relevant and trending topics and put them in your drop down in the appropriate categories. Then you can switch them out as the trends change or as the seasons change. The pages are still going to be in your system. Just remember your drop downs is the ones that you want to focus on. Those are your focal pages for that particular category. And they can change based on the trends or based on the seasons. So if you're here like right now, weight loss and fitness. So from November, end of November, December, all the way through April or May, you should have things in here on how to lose weight, diet plans, and programs to help them get in better health. Okay. Then from June through September, it should be on how to maintain, how to stay healthy, how to have healthy meals in a bustling lifestyle. Because guess what? School's in, school's getting ready to get out, school's getting ready to be in. You got summer, how to keep the kids fed during summer and stay healthy. So you have to follow the trends, and you should have those pages. And all you got to do is go to your menu, take out the page, put in a new page. It's already in your system. Just by taking it out, you're not removing it from your website. You're just not featuring it anymore. Okay. I have to take
Sheila,
this whole, yes.
sorry. Can you touch on floaters?
Yes. That's what that's what I was going to tell you guys about. So I'm going to show you guys something. And I'm going to come here to my menus. All right. Now, a lot of you guys don't understand your menu screen. Now, your menu structure is set. You should never come up here and create a new menu. Never. Your menu structure is set. This is your home page, your contact page. Everything is right here. Now, what you don't understand is when you go here to view all, here is every page that is in your website. View all is every page in your website. Now, if I want to come down here and go, and as you can see, I have, for those of you that don't know, I'm going to go to my all pages. We're just going to do something real quick. I have 461 pages. 98 of them are in draft. Either I moved them or they're ideas that I have, but I have 363 published pages. Okay? Published pages. You can only put 90 pages on your menu structure. That includes your drop downs. So where are my other 270 odd pages? They're floating, which means they are in my website searchable through this search bar. If they type in the key phrase or relative key phrase or term or subject matter around that particular topic, they will pull up my pages relevant to that topic. And then they can click it. Those are called your floating pages. Now, in your menu structure, like I said, if you go to view all, every page in your system will be here. And all you have to do is determine which one you want to put in there. So I'm going to come through here and let's go through some of these pages like this right here, beauty and cosmetics. All right. Why do I not have some more things for beauty and cosmetics? So let's go and see what I have, and they're in alphabetical order. So I can put this here. I'm going to click this and add it to the menu. And when it adds to the menu, it's going to be at the very bottom. Right there. And I'm going to indent it and move it up and just drag it. Drag it all the way up to my beauty and cosmetics. And I'm going to put it in alphabetical order. So aging. Actually, I'm going to put it underneath of all things because all things need to be first. So now I have 3 drop downs there. Okay. So it's there. And then I want to come down here and let's go to our health. So health and nutrition. So I'm going to take this one out and I'm going to say remove. Now it removed it from here. I'm going to take this keto and wine and remove it. So now what do I want to put there? I'm going to go back to my all and go and check 7-day keto plan and hit add to menu. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go down to the bottom, grab that. And remember, numbers always come before letters. So this is going to be the first one under my health. So put that right there. And then I'm going to click down here and hit save menu. So now it told me menu has been updated. So now remember those pages I took out? They're still in my website. But now if I want to go here and look up underneath health and beauty or health and fitness, now my 7-day keto is there. It's my featured program. It's my featured page now that I want under there. Same thing with health and beauty or beauty products. Now I can go here and my aging gracefully page is there, which is talking about my youth products. So I changed it, but I can still come here and type in keto and wine. And now there's my keto diet and wine page. It's still in my system, but now it's floating. It's a searchable page. It's not a featured highlighted page. Does that make sense to you guys? So you can have as many pages in your site, and it's the more the merrier is the thing about your website. The more pages you have, the more relevant it is. But you want to make sure you're not just spouting a bunch of words. You want to make sure that your pages are relevant, that they are giving information and knowledge to the person who's coming to read it, but also giving them something to purchase if it is that case. I do have pages that's nothing but information. It doesn't have a link because we don't have one. So I have a Response Magic link in there that they can give me their information, and I can contact them when we do have a product available, or I send them to a relative page with some information about a product similar to what that page is talking about. Okay, so that's how you can get around some of the things that we either discontinue, and you've already got lots of marketing out there, like I have with my P&G pages. I have tons of marketing out there. I don't want to take them down. So I have them going to something else, or the links are still in there that are not valid. So, but it's one of those things that I got to work on, but we don't really have a product to go in there yet. But I've done tons of marketing and I don't want to lose that traffic that's coming there. So I have to modify those pages and to do something else. So the P&G is one of those things that you're going to have pages that way, and you're going to have to modify them. And sometimes they might just be information pages. All right. So your floating pages, remember guys, you can only have 90 total items in your menu structure. So if you ever go to add something in your menu and you go to save and you get the spinning wheel of death, that means you got too many things in there. It's not going to save it. And you have to remove things in bulk until it saves. You can't just remove one item and see if it's going to save. So if you get the spinning wheel of death, I always say try to remove 3 or 4 items and then save, and then add them one at a time until you get your 90. All right. But you always want to leave room. Just remember, you can always swap out your feature pages for a floating page if it becomes, that topic becomes more popular or trending, or it's something that people are requesting or looking for. If you have a page relating to that topic, by all means, make sure you put it in there and have it featured. That's what your drop down is for feature items that are trending and relevant that people are looking for. It's right there for them to get, sort of like your window shopping. So when you see an outfit when you're at the mall or shopping, you see this great outfit or this new set of golf clubs or a new jacket or whatever, us women, you know, jewelry, things like that, you're going to go in there and say, I want that what's in the window. Okay. Same thing here. When people come and look at your site, they're going to, oh, I want to read what that is. Let me see what this is. I need this. That's what your drop downs are for, is for people to come here and see your most relevant trending pages for what they are looking for. If not, they can click on your category menu and read about the things that are here and click on the one that's going to send them to the link that they need. Okay, so that's what your category menu is for. It is your roadmap to all the pages related to every page you've created under for health and fitness. So if it's not in your drop down, they can come to your category, read it, and click on it and go to that link. That makes sense? All right, last thing, and this is going to be quick. ChatGPT. We were going to go over YouTube, but we're going to wait for that for next week. So when you go to ChatGPT, oh snap, I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Oh man. I did an update on my computer and it wiped everything out. Should have checked this before I came in, right? Come on. Okay. So when you come into ChatGPT, here's the things that you want to look at. So Ides of March, Amelia gave me this idea the other week when we did a training. So here's the Ides of March. And I asked them for information on the Ides of March. Okay. Everybody knows what happens on the Ides of March, right? That's when Julius Caesar was assassinated. It changed the course of the Roman history, changed the way the world. I actually think it was a big thing that changed the whole way the world now sits and resides in things. It changed the way politics was done in Roman times. That whole thing changed everything. So I asked it to give me some information on the Ides of March, how it was relevant, because I wanted to see what it is. And then I said, well, is the Ides of March something special? Was it always special? And it's not. It's just that Ides is literally a day in the month. It represents a time. The Ides of March was just the 15th. So you could have said the Ides of April, which is the 15th of April. So, which I didn't do that. So it tells you right here, it just refers to the middle of the month. That was it. But because of the events that took place on that time, it made it a relevant time in history. So if people were like me, they always just thought Ides was like Valentine's Day or Memorial Day, but it wasn't. It was just an everyday occurrence. It was just a time frame in the month. But because of what happened, it made it more significant. Okay. So I asked it information. I asked it to give me, you know, not creative, you know, different things. I kept asking it different things about that. So now it gave me basically some information and ideas on how to create a page about the Ides of March. Okay. And about the relevancy of it and how it changed history and all that good stuff. But I didn't ask it to create me a page. But if I did, I can come here and ask it to create me a page. And I got to move this thing because it didn't go away. And I always say article. All right. And I always say 250 words. So it used that information up there to create me a page. Now, one of the things that I want to do is I'll go through and read this, and I'll take the information that I wanted to use out of it and go to a page and create a page in my system with some relevant information. But then I'm going to put my own personal ideas in there. I'm not going to copy this verbatim and say, oh, I just created a page and I'm going to get some pictures and put some links in there. No. And I've had so many people that are submitting me to review their sites. That's exactly what you've done. That is a big no-no. Anytime you use ChatGPT or any AI program to create pages, you still have to modify it and put a personal touch to it. You don't want to leave it verbatim, because guess what? All it's doing is taking pieces of material out of other references and creating a page. So basically you have a copy of other people's stuff that's just been compiled into one singular form. It's still a copy of somebody else's. It might be a piece here, a piece there, a piece here. So what you have to do is come in and personalize it. Use that information and put your own spin on it. Like, I'll take this information and say, I thought, and put in there why I thought the Ides of March was a special day, just like I said, like Valentine's or any other day. I had to do research to find out that it wasn't. It was just a normal day representing, and I'll put all that. I'll reword it based on my own train of thought and my own voice. Okay. And then I'll come in here and I might even go in and pull up some other information, go to Google and say, give me some more information on Julius Caesar, and put in information on Julius Caesar. What had him tick everybody off that they felt they had to do this? What led up to this assassination? You know, give a well-rounded history lesson in that, and then tell what I learned from it and how my point of view feels, how this changed the course of history for everybody, not just the Roman Empire, not just the Roman citizen, not just in Greece, you know, how it really transformed the world as we see it today just by this one incident. So that's how you go in and use this. Now, there are instances that I've come in here and I've actually create a new article and I put in things in here. I've used it and I've copied it over. And then it's like, okay, now I'm going to change it, because I even told it to brand me MamaChief and how it would look. And I would go and I literally copy this and put it over there, or I put it in a Google Doc and then I modify it from there and then bring it over to my site. However you want to do it, you want to make sure though that you change it and make it personable. And the way you want to do that from the beginning is when you give it the idea that you want to create something. See mine, it's here. I put in my heart and soul in the description so that it gives me more of a personal outlook about me and my site and what I want to come across, so that when I do have to modify it, it sounds more like me instead of me having to create a whole nother version of what it's already given me. Okay, so you want to make sure that you give it as much information. If you have an idea for a page, and tell it you have an idea for a page, can it help you create a workable platform for it? And then when you do that, it's going to say, sure, give me some information. And that's where you give as much as you can about your topic, and then it's going to give you an outline, and you use that outline to create your page from your own ideas and your own viewpoint. Does that make sense? But do not copy verbatim from ChatGPT on a page or an article and leave it and say you're done. You will not get Google AdSense, because those bots will be able to pinpoint where everything came from and say you have a duplicate. And then when you do have pages that you've created on your own, your site's going to be disjointed. It's not going to flow. It's going to be choppy, and you're going to have one voice over here and another voice over there, and they're going to be like, this is a very disorganized site. So your site needs to flow. It needs to have one voice, and that voice needs to be you. So no matter what you do, you need to make sure that you carry through from beginning to end on everything that you put in your system. It should not be disjointed. And if you're using ChatGPT exclusively to write your pages without modifying them at all, your site's going to be very jerky. There's no other word for it. It will not be you. And you will not get traffic, and you will not get Google AdSense. So for me and Shar,
So don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk.
There you go. Don't be a jerk. Remember, if you want a growing business and you want your site to be productive, Rory even said it, I think it was Tuesday or last Saturday, there are no shortcuts. None. Yeah. So you can put that in there, but for drop downs, like a lot of people, let me show you the share screen one more time. So when you have, get out of the way. So right here for homepage, you should not have these little arrows on your homepage. So when you click off on your homepage, guys, is very unique. It is the only place that you're going to see a listing of pages that you create. So I had to take one of mine down because I'm changing it. So I have my next page up there, but this is a listing of all your pages that's there. So I have my visit. Thank you. That should be up top for right now, but I don't have it set that way. But this is literally where you can create multiple pages, and they're basically introductory pages of things that you want to highlight in your site. So you created an About Me page, and yes, this is where it needs to go, but you don't want it to make it a drop down where right here you have a listing. So you have it in the right place on your homepage. That's perfect. But if you want to create something else and have it there and then have that other one drop down, you can.
Oh, okay. And I didn't know that everybody's aware of that, but that GPT hasn't been updated in close to 3 years.
Yeah, it does, and it'll tell you. I asked it some relevant information, and it told me that its database went to 2021.
Yeah, because when I did my pickleball page, they said they didn't have information on that because pickleball was new.
Yep, and and that's why I say, guys, it's not. It's only as good as the information that is loaded into it. Unfortunately. So that's why I said when you use it for information, make sure that you also know about it. And if you don't know about it, you go do other research other than just ChatGPT, because its database only goes to 2021. So those are that's information. That's why I say, guys, it's a good tool to help you get organized on things you want to learn. It also helps you get organized on creating an outline so that your thought process stays on target when you're writing, but don't use it exclusively to create pages. Okay, it's great for creating ads. It's great for creating marketing campaigns. It's great for creating emails. It's a great creative tool, but remember, it is a tool. You still have to put thought process into the information it's giving you. Plain and simple. Okay.
Hey, Sheila, let me ask you another question. Does Rory still run the friends and family discount?
Yes. So if you have somebody that you want to get under the friends and family, just get with your instructor and we'll give you the information.
That's you.
Yep, that's me. And I'll give you the link to get the friends and family discount.
Yeah, I have 2 people at work that are interested in that.
Yep.
All right.
Sure thing. And you can always, guys, if you have people that are interested in our program and want to see what we're doing, invite them to our study hall.
Well, I've been having her watch the RR247 videos on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Appreciate you as well.
I appreciate it, Bill. And like I said, Bill's been with me a long time. He's been going through some stuff, but he's finally been able to hunker down and get back in his site. And he's actually applied for Google AdSense, and we're working on now, just waiting to hear back from him. So Emilio is going to be our next one. You know, he's our newest CSI. I'm so proud of him. Nick, he was one, and Joe. So those are our 3 newest CSIs guys that are here. And all it takes is just dedication and hard work and not giving up, and you know, just a willingness to grow your business. And you know, like Roy says, we have the leads. All you have to do is just want to get in there. If you don't want to teach anybody, that's fine. We can get you in the legacy system, where all you do is send out an email or a text and get them in your Velveeta form. You know, get them in there as an affiliate, or get them as a customer, whatever. If they want to talk to somebody, that's what your upline's for. I promise you, we'll talk to them for you. You know,
one person will want to talk to you because she has more questions than I have answers for.
That's
and
fine.
She drives me nuts. I'm trying to bake at work, and she's driving me nuts all night.
Well, I'll be more than happy to call her. If you give me her number, I'll call her for you, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, and she'll reach out to you. She's a very nice woman. A little younger than me, but she's fine.
Perfect. So that's all we got to do, guys. I appreciate you showing up every week. You just don't know how much that means. That shows the commitment that you're willing to grow and build your business, and that you're willing to listen and follow instructions. So as long as you do that, I promise you, you'll get where you need to go. And just stay the course, stay dedicated, and just keep going. You're never finished. Your site's never finished. Your advertising's never done. Once you become stagnant and just think you've made it, that's where your business is going to fall apart. Remember, you're in it for yourself. You're in it to help your family. You're in it to make sure that you always have what you need to have and to fulfill your goals and dreams. And you can't do that by just sitting down going, okay, I'm here, I'm done. It's not going to work. So that's why when you go to a store, guess what? Every season, they change new clothes. If you went to a store and they had the same clothes, same thing every week, every day, you'd quit shopping there. You'd be done. So your site needs to be fresh, updated, and make sure that every time somebody comes there, there's something new they can find. Okay. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And we will see you on the training calls next week.
Thanks, Sheila.
Bye-bye, y'all.
4 in the morning, Sheila. Don't forget.
4? Okay. I'll be there.
Thank you.
Just a reminder. Night.
Bye.
See you
Right.
late.
Thank you,
Thanks, Sheila.
Sheila.
Bye-bye.
3 o'clock better, no?
See you in the morning, Amelia, 11 o'clock.
Go
okay.
Cowboys, Sheila.
Ah! I know who
Bye
that
for
was,
now.
Corey. Cowboys. I'm gonna get you.
Bye for now.
Bye, y'all.